Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Truro Raceway. The temperature in Truro today is 1 degree Celsius under overcast skies. Today's track condition has been rated as good with a 1-second allowance. The card this afternoon conducted under the rules and regulations of the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. The senior judge today is Kevin Kroll, associates Mike Ellsworth and Greg Nixon. Here now your program and equipment changes. In the first race, a bridle change on number 3, Western Scott, from can't see back to closed. In the third race, number 2, Fedora. Bridle change, closed to open, hood with cups. Then in race 5, number 3, Always Reese. Also a bridle change from open hood with cups to closed. In the sixth race, scratched sick is number 1, Chocolate Terror. That's in race 6, scratched the 1 entry Chocolate Terror. Please note there will be no superfecta wagering on race 6. In the seventh race, also scratched sick is number 8, Catch 22. In race 7, Catch 22, number 8, has been scratched sick. No superfecta wagering on race 7. Also a driver change in the 7th race on One Good Friday 3, make it Darren Crow. That's Darren Crow driving One Good Friday 3 in race 7. Those are your changes thus far. Post time for the first race set for 1 p.m. Mutuals are now open and selling. Horses are now on the track and on parade for the first race of the afternoon. Number 1 is Mama Tried, owned by Chris Davis. Kirk Perry is driving. The 2 entry is Jonas Star with Todd Treitz aboard for Neil Mose. There's the 4, Sean Nixon. Tim Gillis owns and drives. Put it on the card from post 5, gets Dale Spence for Steve Morton. Clayton Stevens owns and drives number 6, Kendall Courageous. Scotian Lass is the 7, Hilliard Graves will drive for Don Ellis Abbott. Now coming onto the racetrack, the number 3 entry, Western Scott, with Paul Angel driving for owners Logan Laffin and Arlene Gillis. Post time for the first is in 5 minutes. Less than 1 minute left to wager on race 1. Final call. It's post time for the first race. Entries are lining up behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. Race number 1 of the afternoon has Mama Try, Jonas Starr, Western Scott, Cheyenne Nixon. Put it on the card, Kendall Courageous and Scotian Lass. They're off and pacing. Western Scott gets the first call. Down at the rail, Mama Try driving out alertly second. Crossing over to grab a seat in 3. That is Jonas Starr. Way in the 4 spot is Kendall Courageous. Then back pacing in 5. Cheyenne Nixon. The 6th away, Scotian Lass, and sitting at the back of the field in the early going has put it on the card. Single file into the back stretch. First time as they head to the opening quarter. Western Scott leads the way by a length and a quarter. In the pocket is Mama Tried. Then looking at it from 3 is Jonas Starr. Kendall Courageous holding down the 4 spot. Cheyenne Nixon is the 5th one, back in 6, Scotian Lass. And gapped out at the back of the field is put it on the card. They continue in single file fashion as they approach the 3/8. The opening panel was 29 and 4/5 seconds. They're led off the top turn by Western Scott. Getting a perfect journey in the pocket is Mama Tried. Then looking at it from 3 as they approach the half, that's Jonas Starr. Holding down the 4 spot, Kendall Courageous. 5th in line is Cheyenne Nixon. Back in 6, Scotian Lass with only 1 beat, and that's put it on the card. No change in positions as they race into the lower turn. On their way over to the 5/8, still led by Western Scott. Mama Tried staying in the pocket. 3rd, that is Jonas Starr. They were past the halfway point, 1:01 and 1/5 second out of the backside. Final time, Western Scott opening up in the front end is clear now by 3.5. Second is Mama Tried. Jonas Starr, the 3rd one. Kendall Courageous is looking at it from 4. Back in 5, Cheyenne Nixon. Then Scotian Lass looks to the outside from 6 and put it on the card is at the back. They arrive at the 3/4 mile mark and opening up in the front. Western Scott out there now by 6. Jonas Starr on the outside. Moving up to 2nd at the rail. Mama Tried racing 3rd. Kendall Courageous steps to the outside from 4. Then Cheyenne Nixon is 5th. Scotian Lass and put it on the card wide for the back. 1:31 and 4/3. They're all in pursuit of Western Scott as they turn down the lane. Final time. It's Western Scott by 6 lengths. On for 2nd is Jonas Starr, but Western Scott will take the opener. Jonas Starr finishing 2nd. A closing put it on the card up for 3rd. Operating back, the winner of race 1, number 3, Western Scott. 8-year-old Big Gillis, son of Western Paradise, owned by Logan Laffin and Arlene Gillis, trained by Joe Gillis, driven by Paul Angel. Western Scott in 2:04 and 1/5. Race 1 is now official. 1 Mama Tried was 4th, 2 Jonah Star 2nd, 3 Western Scott the winner, 4 Cheyenne Nixon 5th, 5 Put It on the Card 3rd, 6 Kendall Courageous 6th, 7 Scotian Last finished 7th. Quarter in 29 and 4, the half 101 and 1, 3 quarters in 131 and 4, the mile 204 and 1/5. Top down your card is 421, 536, 7 at the bottom. 325 try in race 1, $70.80. The 3-2 exactor, $23.70. Coming up in races 2 and 3, the early double. In the second race, no changes. Race 3, bridle change in number 2, Fedora, closed to open hood with cups. Second race, first half of the early double. Also superfecta wagering on race 2, the superfecta carryover, $48. Here are the starters in the second race. Number 1 NS Acadian, owned by Robbie Smallwood, Henry Smallwood driving. The 2 was delayed in post parade. 3 Pick and Scoop, owned by Donna Wilson and Don Anderson, Paul Angel at the lines. Dale Spence aboard 4, Low Logan. All but Dave Settle, Wallace Cameron, and Anthony Rapshall. No, you didn't. Blue Chip is the 5. Robert Laughlin will catch drive for Neil Mouse. Ozzie and Emmons McKay, the owners. Tammy McKay driving from post 6, Super Shadow. Darren Crow on the 7, Charlie Drummond, owned by Lee Raymond. Flying Penelope from post 8 gets Bernard McCullum for Chuck Symes. Now on the track is the 2-entry Walbert. Over the CC stables, Kirk Paris in charge. Post time in 6 minutes. Only 3 minutes, 3 to post time. Less than 2 minutes. Less than 1 minute, last call. Home Hardware Building Center starting gates in motion for the second race. It's post time. Second race of the afternoon has NS Acadian, Walbert, Pick and Scoop, Logan. No, you didn't, Blue Chip. Super Shadow, Charlie Drummond, and Flying Penelope. They're off and pacing. No, you didn't, Blue Chip. Away quickly out the rail is NS Acadian. Those two out to battle for the early lead. Grabbing a seat, Walbert. And 3 wide racing fourth. That's Charlie Drummond. On the limb from 5 is Super Shadow. Back there in 6 is Pick and Scoop. On the read 7th is Logan. And 8th and trailing Flying Penelope. Into the backstretch first time as they head on to the opening quarter. It's NS Acadian out front leading away. A length and a half is the lead. Parked to the outside. No, you didn't, Blue Chip. Walbert at the rail. And finding a seat is Charlie Drummond racing out of 4. Back there in 5. That is Super Shadow. Gapping out is Pick and Scoop in 6. The 7th one is Logan, and at the back Flying Penelope. The quarter reached in 28 and 4. They continue off the top turn, race into the stretch now, approaching the half, and NS Acadian has opened up a 3-length margin on Walbert. Outside going the long trip, pacing third. That's No You Didn't, Blue Chip. At the rail, Charlie Drummond looks at it from 4. The 5th one, and stepping to the outside is Super Shadow. Out and moving now from the 6 is Logan. Back there in 7 is Pick and Scoop in the trailer, Flying Penelope. On to the 5/8, and NS Acadian is continuing on the front end. Out there now by 5 as they race into the backstretch final time. Walbert hanging on to second. No, you didn't, Blue Chip. The outside going the long overland trip in 3. 4th at the rail, blocked. That is Charlie Drummond outside. Here comes number 4, Logan in the 3-wide path, gaining ground quickly and taking aim at the leader, NS Acadian. Now as they race on to the 7/8, NS Acadian the leader, closing in second. That is Logan. No, you didn't, Blue Chip coming on now for third. Wide racing fourth is Super Shadow. They race past the 7/8 and off the top turn. 1:30 and 2 was the 3/4. They turn for home. NS Acadian by diminishing 2.5 lengths. Second is Logan. On down the stretch they come. NS Acadian. Logan on the outside. Logan. And NS Acadian out the line. It's close. Could be Logan winning it. NS Acadian and No, you didn't, Blue Chip. Now fighting back, the second race winner, number 4, Logan. 4-year-old Bay got a ton of well said. Over Dave Settle, Wallace Cameron, and Anthony Repshaw. Trained by Dave Settle, driven by Dale Spence. Logan in 203. Second race is official. 1 an Acadian second, 2 Walbert 6, 3 Pick and Scoop fifth, 4 Logan the winner. 5 No You Didn't Blue Chip third, 6 Super Shadow fourth, 7 Charlie Drummond 7, 8 Flying Penelope eighth. 28 and 4 the quarter, half 59 and 2, 3/4 and 1:30 and 2 in the mile 2:03. Top 10 your card is 265 13478. The 415 second race triactor, $40.50. 4-1 exactor, return $15.80. And the superfecta is a carryover of $53.50. Upcoming in the third race, bridle change on 2 Fedora, closed to open Hood with Cups. And 8 Shady Jack, the ownership should now read Steve Morton. Third race post in 8 minutes. Here now the starters in the third race. Number 1 is Saftic Sealster. O'Donnell beaten. Rodney Gillis driving. Darren Crow drives the 2 Fedora, owned by Pam Moore. Paul Angel drives 3 Shadow Phil for owners Devin and Chuck O'Connor. Dinger 2 from post 4 gets Henry Smallwood for Sherry McKinnon. Andrea and Ryder Matthews Runnison own the 5 Mortal Kombat. Dale Spence will do the driving. Ernie Laughlin sits behind 6, Jerry's Beach for Kerry Saunders. Beach Fighter A from post 7, owned by Debbie Ellis. Todd Treitz out the helm. And 8, Shady Jack. Dave Kerry driving for owner Steve Morton. Post time for the third in 6 minutes. Coming onto the racetrack is number 8, Shady Jack. Less than 3 minutes. Last call for wagering on the third 1 minute. It's third race post time. Home Hardware Building Center starting gates moving. Race number 3 of the afternoon, Saftic Sealster, Fedora, Shadow Phil, Dinger 2, Mortal Kombat, Jerry's Beach, Beach Fighter A, and Shady Jack. They're off and pacing from the outside. Jerry's Beach, quick away. Also driving out is Shadow Phil. At the rail is Saftic Sealster. Crossing over into 4 as they race on by the opening 8th is Beach Fighter A. On the limb, Shady Jack is parked out 5th. Inside 6th, that is Fedora. Back there in 7 for Dinger 2, and the early trailer into the backstretch is Mortal Kombat. They race on to the opening quarter, led by Jerry's Beach. In the pocket, not for long. Shadow Phil drives up. Now to take charge as they arrive at the opening quarter. That's Shadow Phil onto the lead. On the outside, Shady Jack advancing. Inside and in the pocket third is Jerry's Beach, followed by Saftic Sealster racing out of 4. Inside, pacing in 5, Beach Fighter A. Then Fedora is back there in 6. The trailing pair in the early going are Dinger 2 and Mortal Kombat. 29-1 was the quarter. They round the top turn, entering the stretch now for the first time as they approach the half, and Shadow Phil leads the way. In the pocket is Jerry's Beach. Parked outside is Shady Jack, going the long route third. Inside 4th is Beach Fighter A. 5th outside with cover is Saftic Sealster. Then shuffle back and locked in 6th is Fedora. Out and moving from 7 is Dinger 2, and at the back of the field is Mortal Kombat. They race onto the backside for the final time, the half in a minute flat. It's Shadow Phil still in charge of the field as they head to 3/4. Jerry's Beach 2nd, Beach Fighter A is 3rd. Then Saftic Sealster on the outside is now racing 4th. Fedora inside from 5, outside 6th is Dinger 2, back in 7 is Mortal Kombat, and Shady Jack is at the back of the field. They race on now to the 7/8. Shadow Phil is still in control. Jerry's Beach getting a golden trip in the pocket, yet to move 2nd. Then on the inside, Beach Fighter A 3rd, stalled outside is Saftic Sealster 4th, sending Dinger 2 3 wide from 5, coming 4 wide from the back. That is Mortal Kombat, 131 1/3. They turn for home in pursuit of Shadow Phil. Out of the pocket now comes Jerry's Beach. Here comes Beach Fighter A charging up 3 wide. Late closing Mortal Kombat the far outside. Down the stretch they come, and at the line it's awfully close. Beach Fighter A and Jerry's Beach, those two in a win photo. Operating back, the third race winner, number 7 Beachfighter A, 14-year-old big eldest son of Jenna's Beach Boy. Owned by Debbie Ellis of Truro, trained by Donnie Ellis, driven by Todd Tranks. Beachfighter A, 203 1/5. Third race is now official. 1 Softic Sealster 7th, 2 Fedora 5th, 3 Shadow Phil 4th, 4 Dinger 2 6th, 5 Mortal Kombat 3rd, 6 Jerry's Beach 2nd, 7 Beachfighter A the winner, 8 Shady Jack 8. 29 1 the quarter, half 1 minute, 3 quarters and 131 1, the mile 203 1. Top down your card is 754 63 218. Triactor in the third race, 7 all, returned $29.50. The $1.76 exactor, $39.55. The early double paid on the 4-5 combination, it returned $6.40, and the superfecta a carryover of $64.30. Race 4 coming up, no changes in the fourth race. They go to the gate in 8. Here are the entries in the fourth race. Number 1, Brookdale Buster, owned by Doug Polly Jr. and Sr., Bernard McCollum driving. Mark Whidden drives 2SF Razzmatazz. Mark co-owns with Barry Whidden. Tiger Town from post 3, owned by Malcolm McCacken. Ernie Laughin up. Four is delayed in post parade. 5, Don't Stand in My Way, is owned and driven by Kenny Parker Jr. Paul Langelo will catch drive number 6, Glenview Paisley, owned by Ron Harris. Don Ellis Abbott, owner of 7, Silver Hill King. Todd Trench will steer. Darren Crows aboard the 8-entry Montreal Phil for Don Ellis Abbott. And there's the 4, Wildcat Jet, owned by Stephanie Rich. Dale Spence in the driver's seat. Post time for the 4th in 6 minutes. Less than 3 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Final call for wagering, less than 1 minute. Fourth race entries now in the hands of the starter. Home Hardware Building Center starting 8's in motion. Fourth race of the afternoon, Brookdale Buster, SF Razzmatazz, Tiger Town, Wildcat Jet. Don't Stand in My Way, Glenview Paisley, Silver Hill King, and Montreal Phil. They're off and pacing. On the inside, Brookdale Buster's away looking for the early lead. On the outside, Wildcat Jet. Far outside is Montreal Phil charging up looking to take over. They head by the opening eighth. Montreal Phil from post 8, crossing over to grab the early lead. Brookdale Buster will yield and sit in the pocket second, followed out by SF Razzmatazz third. Wildcat Jet finding room at the rail in 4. On down the backstretch and racing on the outside fifth is Silver Hill King. Inside from 6th, that's Tiger Town, followed by Don't Stand in My Way, and the early trailer is Glenview Paisley. They move into the turn on their way down to the E3H, led by Montreal Phil. Brookdale Buster is the pocket sitter. Parked and moving up on the outside. Silver Hill King is now third. Along the rail for SF Razzmatazz fourth. Taken to the outside from 5. That is Tiger Town. The sixth and moving off the rail is Wildcat Jet. 29-2 was the quarter. They race on through the stretch now as they approach the half. Montreal Phil is the leader. Parked on the outside second is Silver Hill King at the rail in 3. As they check out the halfway point is Brookdale Buster. Out second over is Tiger Town pacing in 4. Fifth along the rail, nowhere to go for SF Razzmatazz. Third over in 6. As they move on to the 5/8 is Wildcat Jet. Then Don't Stand in My Way, a locked up 7th. To the outside from 8 goes Glenview Paisley, the half a minute 4/5. On down the backstretch, they head to 3/4. Still led by Montreal Phil. Second is Brookdale Buster. Silver Hill King now beginning to tire third. 3 high fourth. That is Tiger Town as they race on past 3/4. It is Montreal Phil leading the way. Raceway up and around. In now second is Tiger Town. At the rail, Brookdale Buster dropping back to third. Wildcat Jet moving up on the limb fourth. They head past the 7/8, 131 and 1/3. They head past the 7/8 and off the top turn. Led by Montreal Phil. Taking aim is Tiger Town on the outside. On for third is Wildcat Jet. They turn for home. It's Montreal Phil. Outside is Tiger Town. Down the stretch, Montreal Phil. Tiger Town on the outside. Montreal Phil holding on gamely to win it. Second is Tiger Town. It's close for third. Now back in front of us is the fourth race winner, number 8, Montreal Phil. He's a 14-year-old gelded son of Blissful Hall, owned by Don Ellis Abbott and Jeff Ellis. Trained and driven by Darren Crow, Montreal Phil picking up his 18th win in 26 starts on the year. Montreal Phil in 202 flat. Fourth race is official. 1 Brookdale Buster third, 2 SF Razzmatazz seventh, 3 Tiger Town second, 4 Wildcat Jet 6, 5 Don't Stand in My Way fourth, 6 Glenview Paisley fifth, 7 Silver Hill King 8, and 8 Montreal Phil the winner. 29 and 2 was the quarter, half a minute 4 fifths, 3 quarters in 131 and 1, the mile in 2:02 flat. Rechecking from the top, 372, 64581. 831 try, 4670, 83 exactor, 1650, and the superfecta a carryover of $67.60. Fifth race coming up, 3 Always Race. Bridles change from open hood with cups to a closed bridle. Fifth race post in less than 8 minutes. Here are the entries in the fifth race. Fillies and Mares event. Number 1 is Mock Believe, leased by Christina Gillis and Cody Safdie, Paul Angel driving. Clayton Stevens owns and drives number 2, Grin's Little Flirt. The 3 Always Race, owned by Andrea and Ryder Matthews Runnison. Dale Spence will drive. Victonian's Derby from post 4 gets Berta McCollum for Paisley McCollum. PH Powerful, the 5, Hugh McKay owns, Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. Kirk Paris behind 6, Dusty Lane, Ms. Vicky for the CC Stables. Michelle Patrick in the order. Ernie Laughlin will drive from post 7, All Country. And wine after 5 is the 8, owned by Steve Morton. Darren Crow will drive. Post time in less than 6 minutes. Only 3 minutes. Last call, less than 1 minute. It's fifth race post time. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate is on the move. Eight fillies and mares behind the gate for the fifth race. Mock Believe, Grinch Little Flirt, Always Race, Pictonian's Derby, PH Powerful, Dusty Lane is Vicky, All Country, and Wine After 5. They're off and pacing. Away quickly. PH Powerful also driving out as Always Reese as they race into the first turn. Down at the rail is Grinch Little Flirt. Pacing along in 3, crossing over. Dusty Lane Miss Vicky looking for a spot in 4. Then pacing away 5th and caught 3 wide. 1 after 5. They head into the backstretch first time as they continue on to the opening quarter and out front with the lead. That is Always Reese by a length and a half. Away second. Grinch Little Flirt backing off and finding room third is PH Powerful. Dusty Lane Miss Vicky next in line from 4. Looking at it from 5 as they head on now to the 3/8. That is All Country. Outside and finding a seat now is 1 after 5 in 6. Unhurried 7th, Mock Believe, and at the back is Pictonian's Derby, the quarter in 28 and 4. They continue off the top tier, and as they race into the stretch, approaching the half, Always Reese on the front end leads the way a length and a quarter, with Grin's Little Flirt taking the pocket ride. Then PH Powerful looks at it from 3 as they head past the half. Dusty Lane, his Vicky out first over from 4. Following that move in 5 is All Country. 6th and on the move in the outside is Mock Believe. Then back to Pictonian's Derby, and at the back of the field is 1 after 5. They head to the backside for the final time. And out front it's still Always Reese in control. You have to be challenged as they head on to the 3/4 mile mark. Grin's Little Flirt getting a golden trip second. There goes PH Powerful to the outside in 3. 4th out the rail. That is All Country. 59 and 4 runs the half. They head past the 3/4 mile mark, and it's Always Reese the leader. Outside second is PH Powerful. Then Grin's Little Flirt gapping out in 4. To the outside from 5 goes All Country. Inside Pictonian's Derby is looking at it from 5. They head past the 7/8, 131 and 1/3, and PH Powerful takes over the lead. Always Reese is back racing second. They turn down the lane now for the final time, and it is PH Powerful on the lead. Second is Always Reese. PH Powerful on to win it. Second is Always Reese. In the battle for the show spot, it's close. All Country against Grin's Little Flirt. Back the winner of race 5, number 5, PH Powerful, 9-year-old brown daughter by Liz Mara, owned and trained by Hugh McKay. Todd Triton the bike for the winning drive, his second of the afternoon. PH Powerful, 202 flat. Dave Carey, check with the paddock office. Fifth race is official. 1 Mock Believe 6, 2 Grins Doodle Flirt 4th, 3 Always Reese 2nd, 4 Pictonians Derby 5th, 5 PH Powerful the winner, 6 Dusty Lane Miss Vicky 7, 7 All Country 3rd, 8 Wine After 5 was 8th. Quarter 28 and 4, the half 59 and 4, 3 quarters and 131 and 1, the mile 202. Top down 642, 51738. 537 try, $65.30. The 5-3 exactor, $7.50. The superfecta in the fifth race, a carryover of $81.94. Race 6 coming up. The one entry Chocolate Terror has been scratched sick. No superfecta wagering on race 6. Post time in 7 minutes. Entries are coming onto the racetrack and on parade for race 6. The 1 has been scratched. Electric Sill is the 2. Dale Spence will drive for owners Andrea and Ryder Matthews Renison. Aries Aiden the 3. Rodney Gillers for Donald Beaton and Adam Pond. Doug Polly Jr. and Sr. own the 4 Brookdale Jim. Bernard McCollum will steer. 5 is Rodden Goldigger. Todd Treitz up for Donnie Ellis. Cindy and Joey Green own the 6 Salisbury Quick. Robert Laughlin will drive. Stars above, number 7, Kenny Parker Jr. catch drives for Kurt and Bria Harper. And the 8 is Jazzbo, owned by Gregory Francis, Ernie Laughlin at the controls. Post time for race 6 in less than 6 minutes. Only 3 minutes. Only 2 minutes, 2 to post time. Final call, less than 1 minute. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate moving up into position for race 6. It's post time. Race 6 of the afternoon has Electric Sill, RE's Aiden, Brookdale Jim, Rod and Gold Digger, Salisbury Quick, Stars Above, and Jasmo. They're off and pacing. Electric Sill from the rail shoots out to grab the early lead from the outside. Stars Above and Jasmo. They're 3 wide, battling for the lead as they head into the first turn. On their way to the opening 8th, it's Electric Sill on top. Outside Stars Above gets away second at the rail. RE's Aiden third. Finding room at the inside 4th is Jasmo. Gapped out 5th. That's Brookdale Jim. Then Rod and Goldigger has come away in 6th. The early trailer is Salisbury Quick. They make their way past the opening quarter and up to take over. That is Stars Above on the lead by a length and a half. Electric Sill sits the pocket. Next in line, RE's Aiden racing on a 3. Holding down the 4 spot is Jasmo. From 5 is Brookdale Jim. Then back there in 6 is Rod and Goldigger, and still trailing Salisbury Quick. 28-2 was the quarter. Single file as they enter the stretch as they approach the halfway point. And on top, it's Stars Above in control. A length and a half the margin on the pocket sitting Electric Sill. First over now comes Aries Aiden third. At the rail racing fourth, that's Jasmo fifth, and trying to catch up to the cover. On the outside is Rodden Goldiger. Back inside, locked up is Brookdale Jim in sixth. To the outside from the back goes Salisbury Quick. They check in now at the 5/8, and they're still led by Stars Above, who's now being challenged by the first over to attacker R.E. Zayden. The half 101-1. Electric Sill locked up in the box third. He's second over till fourth for Rodden Goldiger. Fifth along the rail, nowhere to go for Jasmo. Then Salisbury Quick and Brookdale Jim. They head now to the 7/8. Stars Above, 3 parts of the length. R.E. Zayden on the outside, braving it uncovered. Second, locked up Electric Sill third. Then Rodden Goldiger is fourth. Jasmo, nowhere to go at the rail in 5. That's Salisbury Quick starting up 3 wide from 6, and at the back Brookdale Jim. 130 and 4 3/4. They turn for home. Aries Aiden the outside. Stars Above trying to hang on. Electric Sill down to the passing lane. Through the stretch they come. Electric Sill, Stars Above. Stars Above holding on to win it. Electric Sill is second. Aries Aiden third. Putting back the 6th race winner, number 7 Stars Above, an 8-year-old gelded son of 4 Stars Shark, owned by Kurt and Bria Harper of Truro, trained by Kurt Harper and driven by Kenny Parker Jr. Stars Above pacing in 2:02. Race 6 is official. 1 was Scratch, 2 Electric Sill, second, 3 Aries Yaden, third, 4 Brookdale Jim, fourth, 5 Rod and Gold Digger, fifth, 6 Salzburg Quick, 7 Stars Above the winner, 8 Jasmo, 6. 28 and 2 the quarter, half 101 and 1, 3/4 and 130 and 4 the mile, 202. Top down your card is Scratch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 6. 7, 2, 3 try in race 6, $25.20. The 7-2 exactor, $9.20. Races 7 and 8 coming up. The late daily double in race 7. The 8 Catch 22 has been scratched sick. Driver change on 1 Good Friday 3. Make it Darren Crow. No superfecta wagering on race 7. 8th race, no changes. Post time for race 7 in 8 minutes. The starters in race 7. 1 is Good Friday 3, owned by Don Ellis Abbott. Note the driver change to Darren Crow. Ultimately Handsome from post 2 gets Robert Laughlin for the Ultimate Stable. Ernie Laughlin aboard 3, Rusty Ronnie for owners Chantal Gillis and Dana Ghetto. Alan Jones and Norm Legier, the owners. Todd Trites will pilot from post 4, Rambling Lily. Andrea and Ryder Matthews Renison on the 5 Distinctive Rusty. Dale Spence driving. Kenny Parker Jr. will catch drive 6 Badlandia for owner Paula White. Free Scepter from post 7. Paul Langell driving for Roseanne Langell. And the 8 has been scratched. 6 minutes. Less than 3 minutes. Final call for wagering on race 7, less than 1 minute. The winner today in the Chase the Ace draw was Stephen McLeod. Stephen, if you could contact the race office, please. Stephen McLeod, the winner of today's Chase the Ace draw. It's 7th race post time. Entries are now lining up behind the Home Hardware Building Center starting gate. Seventh race of the afternoon, top of the stretch, as Good Friday 3, Ultimately Handsome, Rusty Raleigh, Rambling Lily, Distinctive Rusty, Badlandia, and Preceptor. They're off and pacing. Rusty Raleigh and Rambling Lily. Those two off the gate first as they race into the first turn, and Rambling Lily will take over the lead. Rusty Raleigh sits the pocket. Up there a bit there, third. Good Friday 3 away in the 4 spot, Ultimately Handsome. Then back in 5 for Distinctive Rusty, followed by Badlandia, and Preceptor sits at the back of the field. Seating arrangements complete as they head single file on to the opening quarter. They're led by Rambling Lily out there by a length and a quarter. Rusty Raleigh in for the pocket journey. Next in line, that's Good Friday 3. Pacing along in the 4 spot, Ultimately Handsome. Then Distinctive Rusty looks at it from 5, back there at the rail in 6. That is Badlandia 7th, and looking to the outside is Preceptor. 28 and 4 was the quarter. Off the turn and into the stretch now for time one as they approach the halfway mark. Rambling Lily now soon to be pressured by the first up attacker, Ultimately Handsome, at the rail racing third. That is Rusty Raleigh. Gap to the cover, second over, Distinctive Rusty racing along in 4. Fifth inside is Good Friday 3. Then back to Preceptor and Badlandia. They head to the backside for the final time. And they're still led by Rambling Lily. Right there on the outside, Ultimately Handsome to challenge second. Third at the rail is Rusty Raleigh. 59 and 3/5 seconds was the half. They approach 3/4. Ultimately Handsome sticking ahead in front. Battling back the mare Rambling Lily at the rail. Those two matching strides as they hit 3/4 with Rusty Raleigh right there with them third. Back there fourth is Good Friday 3. Fifth inside is Badlandia. They head now to the 7/8 3/4 in 1:29. And it's Rambling Lily opening up now by 3 with less than an 8 to come. Ultimately Handsome, Rusty Raleigh at the inside third. On down the stretch they come. It's Rambling Lily. Now second, Rusty Raleigh. Ultimately Handsome third. Right down to the wire, it is Rambling Lily to win it. Finishing a second, that is Rusty Raleigh. Ultimately Handsome third. Operating back, the 7th race winner, number 4, Rambling Lily, 8-year-old bay daughter of Articulator. She's owned by Alan Jones and Norm Legier, trained by Alan Jones. Todd Trites picking up his 3rd winning drive of the afternoon. Rambling Lily in 1:59 and 2/5. Race 7 is official. 1 Good Friday, 3 was 4th. 2 Ultimately Handsome 3rd. 3 Rusty Rowdy 2nd. 4 Rambling Lily the winner. 5 Distinctive Rusty 7th. 6 Badlandia 5th. 7 Preceptor 6th. And the 8 was scratched. 28 and 4 the quarter. The half in 59 and 3. 3/4 in 1:29. The mile 1:59 and 2/5 for Rambling Lily. On the top, rechecking your cards. 432 175 6 scratched. 432 7th race triactor, $64.20. The 4-3 exactor, $36 even. 8th and final coming up. No changes. Post time in less than 7 minutes. horses are now on the track and on parade for the 8th and final. From post 1, Arizona Bucks has Paul Angel driving for Phil Pinckney. Kenny Parker Jr. aboard number 2, Putnam's New Year, for owners Leslie and Linda Parker. It's Harry's Turn is number 3, owned by Harold LeBlanc Jr. and Melvin Augustus Burns. Dale Spence up. Todd Treich for Steve Morton on 4, Elm Grove Matty. 5 is Stature Sealster over the CC Stables, Kirk Paris in charge. Darren Crow will drive 6, Giant Slayer, owned by Ian McDonald. Number 7 is Go With It, owned by Gordy McCabe, Ernie Laughlin driving. And Mark Webby will pound it from post 8, I-47, owned by Roy Burton. 8th race post in 4 minutes. Less than 3 minutes. Only 2 minutes, 2 to post time. Last call, we're down to 1 minute. Final call at the windows. Home Hardware Building Center starting gate in motion for the 8th and final. It's post time. Eighth and final dash of the afternoon, Arizona Bucks, Putnam's New Year. It's Harry's turn. Elm Grove Matty, Stature Sealster, Giant Slayer. Go with it, and I-47. They're off and pacing. Stature Sealster away quickly. Arizona Bucks out the rail. Crossing over. Putnam's New Year takes a tuck in 3. Outside racing away in the 4 spot. That's Elm Grove Matty back in 5 as they head into the backstretch now. For time 1 is Giant Slayer. They continue into the backstretch, and Stature Sealster has taken the lead. Second is Arizona Bucks, followed out third by Putnam's New Year, gapped out racing in 4. It's Harry's turn. Then looking at it from 5 past the opening quarter is Giant Slayer. Outside and moving in 6, I-47. Then back in 7 is Go With It. The early trailer as they race on to the 3/8 is Elm Grove Matty. They continue midway around the upper turn. 28 seconds was the opening quarter. And it is Stature Sealster on the front end, a length and a quarter on the pocket sitting Arizona Bucks as they round the top 10. Putnam's New Year next in line at a 3. Outside and racing 4th, I-47 at the rail in 5. It's Harry's turn. 6th on the outside is Go With It. Back in 7 is Giant Slayer. And at the back is Elm Grove Matty into the lower turn. They head now to the 5/8 and unchallenged on the front end. It's Stature Sealster as they head on to the backside final time. It's Stature Sealster a length and a quarter staying in the pocket. Arizona Bucks. Then Putnam's New Year is pacing out the rail 3rd. It's Harry's turn next in line 4th. They race past the 3/4 and out of the pocket goes Arizona Bucks. Arizona Bucks up alongside and now sticking a neck in front of Stature Sealster. Back 3rd, Putnam's New Year. They race on over to the 7/8 now, and the new leader is Arizona Bucks. Stature Sealster 2nd. It's Harry's turn, starting up on the outside 3rd, trapped in 4th is Putnam's New Year. 1:29.1 was the 3/4, and Arizona Bucks opening up by 4 as they turn for home. On the outside, it's Harry's turn, trying to come on for 2nd. Down the stretch they come. Arizona Bucks the leader, and Arizona Bucks drawing off to win the finale. It's Harry's turn up for 2nd, and finishing 3rd is Stature Sealster. Back is the 8th race winner, number 1 Arizona Bucks, 8-year-old bay Guillotine of Lismera, owned by Phil Pinckney, trained by Phil. Paul Angel with bookend winning drives. He wins the opener and takes the closer. Arizona Bucks, 2 minutes, 1/5. Here's how they finished in the 8th race. 1 Arizona Bucks, the winner. 2 Putnam's New Year, 5th. 3 It's Harry's Turn, 2nd. 4 Elm Grove Matty, 8. 5 Stature Sealster, 3rd. 6 Giant Slayer, 6. 7 Go With It, 7th. And 8 I-47 was 4th. 28 seconds for the quarter, the half 58 and 3. 3 quarters and 1:29 and 1. The mile 2 minutes 1/5. Top down 152 836 74. 135 eighth race triactor, $136.20. The $1 1-3 exactor, $43.40. The $1 late double 4-1 combination, $7.35. And there was no winning ticket sold in the superfecta. The carryover for next Sunday, $100.40. That concludes this afternoon's Cardiff Live Racing here at Truro Raceway. Don't forget to join us once again when racing action continues next Sunday afternoon. First race post is 1 p.m.